Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things from Newcastle United 1, Everton 1 tonight at St James's Park. A big point for Everton tonight, coming from behind to grab a late equaliser through a Dominic Calvert-Lewin penalty. His first goal for 5 months, and it's a big goal. It is a big goal, and that's where I'm going to start with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Our number 9, like I said, hasn't scored since October before tonight, and it was clearly weighing on his mind. It's 24 games, I think it was. He was asked after the game, about that goal scoring drought, and he kind of said, "You don't need to tell me how long it's been, because I am aware of it." And quite clearly, you can see that in his play. He hasn't looked like the Dominic Calvert-Lewin of old. He hasn't looked like a striker who believes he's going to get goals, and we've needed that. We need him scoring goals, and on Saturday, Beto's got himself a goal, and tonight Dominic Calvert-Lewin has come on and got himself a goal, and that's what we need. If we can get those two putting the ball in the back of the net for the last few games, the final 8 games, that could be massive for Everton. Having Dom fit and firing and ready and confident does make a difference, because having a striker who believes he's going to put the ball in the back of the net for you changes everything in your team. And we've got to get him better service, of course. Listen, it's only a penalty tonight. It's not as if he's come in with a flying header or he's beat 2 men and bent one in. We know that. But goals make strikers feel good. And there's a belief back in the team then that your centre forward is going to get on the end of things. And that, who knows how big a goal that can be. When you see strikers going through a goal drought, you can see the way the touch isn't maybe as tight. The spring's not quite the same. They don't attack crosses the way they normally do. They're not a threat. That opposition players aren't unsettled by them. They're not worried by them. And when you've got a striker who's scoring goals, it's the opposite. It creates space for others. People get on the end of things. Knockdowns. Your centre forward finds the ball, keeps dropping to him in an area that he can score goals in. And all of the stuff that, like I said, becomes difficult once you go on a run and not scoring. It becomes easy when you're putting the ball in the net and things do break your way. And if a club and a team ever needed a few things to break our way, it is right now. And listen, I'm not saying it will be a huge goal for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but it could be a massive goal for Everton Football Club in these final 8 games, because if he can get 5-6 goals, I know that's a lot. He hasn't scored for 5 months and you don't get carried away. But if he could get 5 goals, 4 goals in the final 8 games, they could be key moments. It'd be massive for us if he got the winner in 3 games, wouldn't it? Be absolutely huge. Well, he's got more chance of doing that right now that he scored a goal, and that record, unwanted record, has gone. We'd seen, I think the last goal he scored was West Ham away, and we saw how he made that goal himself. Lovely little turn finish in the bottom corner. We win the game 1-0. And we go on to the next thing. So who knows just how big that goal can be for Dominic Calvert-Lewin tonight. We've needed him to score. He's gone and done. It's got us a big point. And listen, let's hope that he does do the business, and we all sit back at the end of the season and go, Newcastle goal was the moment that it turned for him, and he was able to get us huge goals that won us games. And if he does that, we'll all be delighted, won't we? Moving on from that is the performance of Jordan Pickford tonight. I thought it was a massive performance. On Saturday, for me, the first goal, he rooted to his line. He should have come and punched it or come and took Solanke out, trying to catch it. Stuck, rooted on his goal line, and Solanke plants the header beyond him, and we're behind. And I might be being slightly harsh on him there, but the second goal was 100% Jordan Pickford's fault. The ball into the box, he should just be claiming that. He doesn't. He lets it bounce. It goes across it. Seamus Coleman, and we lose a game of football. Where if we'd have just defended that properly and got a result tonight, we'd be, an extra point. A point might be absolutely huge in this running. Well, it probably will be, because obviously we're facing a second PSR charge. But tonight, he's gone to a ground where he knows he's going to have a hard time. He knows they're going to abuse him. He knows he's going to be booed and all of the other stuff, which is I just find it a bit mad for a club that is on the up. I find it a little bit mad that they're still kind of obsessed with Pickford, but hey ho, each to their own. But he's turned in a great performance tonight. You know, he made a save. He was at it right from the start. He was out quickly to smother a shot from Harvey Barnes in the opening 90 seconds or something, was it? He's made one from Murphy. He's pushed a couple out he should do. Big moments in the game. Nothing he could do about the goal. Isaac done really well, got in and slotted it well. I thought his kicking was good tonight, and overall I thought he had a big performance, and we needed a big performance from Jordan Pickford tonight. We really did. And to go there where, listen, it's still, I can still remember the one under Marco Silva where we went there and we were winning 2-1 and he got carried away with the crowd and we lose the game 3-2. And it was, you know, him being, he'd saved the penalty in the game as well, and then he started all the antics and all this and laughing at the Newcastle fans and allowing himself to get carried away, so much so, for me, he makes a couple of errors, we lose the game, and they've been on him even worse ever since. And tonight he went there and he knew it'd be a hostile crowd, he knew they'd be at him, he knew they'd be looking for him to make a mistake, and then he could jump all over him, and he put in a really strong performance. And, you know, for me, he was man of the match and a big performance, and we're going to need that the next 8 games from him. We're going to need him to be at his best, his calmest, and putting in performances like that. And finally, the final thing I want to talk about is the home games. That is, for me, where our Premier League survival is key. It lies there at Goodison Park. We've won 3 home games all season. It's April. It's atrocious. The record is atrocious. You know, all the facts are out there, not being good enough. But Saturday, we've got the opportunity against a team like Burnley, who we've played twice this season, beat them comfortably in both games. They're coming to Goodison. I think they're probably on their best run of form all season. I think they're 3 unbeaten at the minute. But they give you lots of chances, Burnley, and Everton have to take them. They'll cause us problems. Went down to Stamford Bridge at the weekend, went down to 10 men, and still got a draw. And hit the crossbar in injury time to win it, Jay Rodriguez. So they're going to be, you know, flying at us. They'll create chances. And Everton have got to be ready for this. This is a game that Everton have got to be thinking, this is where we begin our win and run. This is where we pull ourselves closer to that safety line. And if we can do that by beating Burnley and starting to feel a bit better at Goodison Park, then it means that when we play Nottingham Forest and when we play Brentford, and even the Merseyside derby, at least with our home form, if it starts to improve, the crowd will feel better about it. It'll be a tougher place for those away teams to come. Okay, Liverpool going for the Premier League, they're the top side, but it's a derby atmosphere, and there's been a lot of draws between the two sides. But I'm thinking more, if I'm being honest, about Forest and Brentford, which we have in a week. If we could beat both of them after beat Burnley, then I think that'd practically be it. Wouldn't be it, obviously, but it'd practically be it. With Sheffield United to come, the final one. There's got to be one moment in the season where we get a few home wins on the run. This is the big moment. This is the time for these players to turn Goodison Park into a better place for us for these final few games of the season. And like I say, that can determine what division we play in next season, because I do feel like we will get another points deduction. It might be 1 point, it might be 2 points. But if we can win our home games, then we can make sure we're in charge of our destiny. It begins Saturday. We've got to make Goodison Park bouncing at the weekend, and we've got to take our opportunities when they come along. If we do that, you know, we'll be on what? If we could win Saturday, we'd be on 29 points, edging closer to the 30s. We might have been told by Saturday what the situation is with that PSR charge, but we got to take care of our business, go out and win the game. And if we do that, like you say, we've got a much, much better chance of survival. You'll stay up with your home form. Forest have done it tonight. They've had a tricky game tonight against an informed Fulham side, and they've won it by 3-1. We're playing a team who's second to bottom, who we've beaten twice this season. We have got to absolutely go and win that game Saturday. There can be no other result on Saturday. It has to be a win. Let's hope we can do it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below about anything I've spoken about. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. See you later.